Well, hi, I'm Robbie Noel, the side child, if you will. Well, hey, I just wanted to say hey and thank my Facebook friends and people that come by and check out my page or whatever. Today I'm kind of celebrating because with my Guitar Zone, my Patreon, which I'm always trying to get you to come over and subscribe. Okay, it's like I'm at the halfway point with I did a 365-day guitar lesson where I do a 3-minute guitar lesson every day, a quickie, okay? And I'm halfway there. I'm halfway to 365. I've got 183 videos that I've done, and I've been doing these for like 4 months. So I've got I've got another probably till November or December till I finish this project. But it's a great project because it's made my YouTube guitar time for you. It's brought me up to over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just trying to get people to come over from the YouTube over to my Guitar Zone on Patreon, okay? Because that's where I get deep into the lectures and I get all the charts, all the other stuff. But the cool thing about it is I've got it so I can have friends join. You don't have to be into guitar or play guitar or anything. Just you're supporting me because you're my Social Security these days. You know, Trump has taken away about everything I have for my future. So I'm trying to keep the hippie pad going, right? You know, I'm trying to keep things going. I can use the extra help. I really could. I'm trying to keep happy and groovy. But every month when the rent comes around, I'm like going, wow, am I going to make it this month? And, this bill and that bill. And I don't want to get into all that. Yeah, it's the blues stuff, man. It's the real life blues. But I would really love it if I could see you subscribe, over to one of the tiers. And one of the tiers you can join at any level, But I've got a couple friends of mine from Facebook. They've joined in at my $20 help me out kind of thing, and every month you're giving me $20. You're actually buying me like a meal. You're taking me out for coffee every month, and I appreciate it. And that way you can check out all the guitar stuff. But I have some art pages in there that are for you, my hippie art, and besides a guitarist and a guitar teacher, I also do a lot of creative design and art and stuff like that. And for my subscribers, I want to tell you, maybe there's, you want to do some kind of art project or something, just let me know if I can help you out in some way. It'd be free on me. I'd love to help you, okay? Maybe I can do it for you. But if you subscribe, you're part of my Guitar Zone, my other hippie family, okay? And eventually the podcasts are coming. And that's where I'm going to be doing some playing. And I'm going to do a couple different podcasts. Another one's going to be on kind of the secular humanist news about what's going on and answering questions about humanism and skepticism and all that type of thing. But the other podcast that is coming is going to be me talking guitar and answering questions and actually doing some jamming, I might sit there, and talk about chord progression, how I walk that bass, hear that bass going, so I get that kind of thing going. I get into the riffs, and there's so much to it. I love teaching. And the cool thing is I've been lucky that my students have hung with me through the pandemic period, and I still do remote lessons, so you can always start guitar. If you're a beginner at any age, hey, maybe it's time, well, get you a little beginner guitar and we'll do the remote thing and get you started on lessons. Might be a really great thing. And like I say, at any age, okay? Even seniors, it's a good thing. Keeps us out of the dementia thing and keeps our brain going, and we get this physical. Hey, I've got rheumatoid arthritis, okay? And then maybe that's one of the excuses I'm saying because I'm not out playing right now, but I'm so busy in all these projects. I'm hoping that the podcast, I'm going to do live performances and things like that. And who knows, maybe at some point I'm going to release a whole bunch of recorded stuff. And this was another thing I wanted to tell everyone. I've been working on this other project of getting my whole video recorded history together. So these are the videos that Eric Smith did, the blues things with Albert Collins. It goes all the way back to my ancient days and Little Ruben. And some of these things are videos, some of them are actually recordings I've found. And I'm going to be putting all of these on the Guitar Zone. If you join the Patreon, subscribe, you'll have access to all my videos and also my recordings. Here's the special thing. I did the Happy Blues Day release. I did different releases of CDs back in the 80s. And you know, I never sold millions, you know. But what I'm doing is I'm re-putting them back on at the Guitar Zone where you can go in there and because you've subscribed, you can download for free because you've subscribed. You're in my family. So you get access to all the recordings I did, plus all the video stuff. I mean, some of this stuff's amazing. You know, the gigs at Callahan's and all these different venues and heat stocks and gigs, you know, gigs with the hips and everyone. It's just really some great stuff. And the recordings, and I'm starting to look at, I got these things, they're called cassette tapes. Wow. Well, Mike Bolin over, he used to record all of my gigs, and I'm going back through some of these, and I'm listening to the jams that were done at these different clubs around Detroit, and some of them sound really good. I'm going, wow, you sound like, it sounds really cool. What fun we were having in the audience, the Detroiter Bar, the Soup Kitchen, all these places, and I'm going to release those eventually, and you'll be able to put those on and listen. It'd be like, get yourself a beer or coffee or whatever and sit down and get in or come to my happy pad here and you listen to the, it's like you're there again. It's like bringing you back in time at those gigs we used to do and you used to be there. Or if you weren't, you get a feeling of what it used to be like to do all these great blues gigs that I was doing. And I had great band members, all my guys that played in my band. Oh, they were just all fabulous players. And some of them are still out there doing it, okay? Anyways, long story short, okay, I could go on and on. I'm trying to get you to subscribe over at the Patreon. And you'll see the address here. You just go there and you subscribe, and you'll put in your financial thing, and it'll take it out of your bank or whatever credit card every month for life, okay? You're helping me. You're really doing something great. You might, if I get this enough subscribers and get enough income coming in where I'm not worrying about the bill payments, maybe I can get that vehicle that's going to put me on tour on the road. I really look at that as one of the things I would do if I had the big money. And I could do little concerts and things and do lessons and raps and lectures from Grand Canyon, from Canada, from all places all around the country. I really would love to do something like that, maybe around the world, and take my my audience with me, my Guitar Zone family. By the way, I'm hoping I can get some of my family. Where's my family at? At the age I'm at right now, wonderful age of 69, and that was like the Woodstock era, and 69's always been that special number to me. I always love that number. It means stuff, okay? And you can check it out. But, heading to the big 7-0 next year, I want to get to the point to where I'm not worried about the financial thing, and it's embarrassing, to tell you the truth. Because all my life I didn't pay taxes all the years I was playing, and my Social Security's like hardly nothing. And but I'm still trying to work. I'm trying to do these projects and get these things going to where I'm earning money by the good things I'm doing, the teaching I'm doing, and my students. And I'm not just a guitar player. I'm a wannabe, we would say, a neuropsychologist, psychiatrist. I'm into neuroscience. I'm into psychology and I'm a wannabe scientist, okay? Let's just say it that way. I'm not really. But this is what my podcast will get into. We'll be talking more about this stuff and having fun with it, you know? I mean, I could cry and complain, which I do some nights. I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like bumming, I'm thinking about everything. And why is it this way? And how come these people aren't calling me? And family, how come, you know, I'm not getting communication here? And some of my friends, I'm wondering what happened to this person. Where's this person? And God, I've got to do projects of just locating people that I have been part of my life and see what's going on. Well, how come you disappeared? You know, all that stuff. So it's important to me. You know, I care. I care about people. I care about humanity. We're in this era right now that it's depressing, you know. Every day, I can't even watch the news anymore, you know. It's just so depressing. I'm hoping we can make it out of this for the sake of humanity. It's all tritones. And you'll be hearing some compositions I've done about, you know who, the Taco Trump or whatever they're calling him now, a taco or something like that. But he's dangerous for humanity. And I don't want to get into all that, my philosophies that way, but that's on the podcast where you can hear what I feel and what I think about things. But I have guitar philosophy. So, like I said, if you want to play guitar or you just want to join me in my hippiness and at the hippie pad here, please subscribe. Subscribe to the Guitar Zone at Patreon, www.patreon.com, Guitar Zone/Guitar Zone. And I would be so great, you know. I'll send you a message. Yay! I'll be celebrating if you subscribe. And if I can get my subscriptions up, there might be some really super wonderful things I'll be able to do. I might even make you proud of me someday. I'm just a regular boy. I'm just a regular guy, right? Well, not so much. I mean, look at me. You know, I mean, I know I'm a little different. Okay, I get it. But it's okay. I think the groovy thing. I grew up in this era. I always stayed different than other people, and I'm real happy in my bringing into my hippiness into the evolution of we're hippies, 1969, where it's come from to now. You know, it's been an evolution, and I'm part of the evolution, and I have a legacy I want to leave to my family. You know, my sister's family, and all of her kids, and my nieces and nephews. I want to leave them something. I don't know when I'm gonna be done with life, but you know, I'm trying to get all of this set up so that when I do go, there'll be something for them to go, hey, Uncle Robbie did this. He wasn't that bad, you know. We heard he's an atheist and scared, you know, but he was a humanist. He was a secular humanist and a teacher and a philosopher and the want-to-be psychologist, neurologist, okay? Anyways, I have to laugh at myself sometimes. I guess that's not a bad thing. But hey, I hope everything's going good with you and yours. You know, I've some friends of mine that are going through health things with their families, and the COVID's still out there, and sicknesses, and I think, and I wish I could fix everything, you know. But thank you for accepting me and at least listening to me, okay? If you would now please go over and subscribe to the Guitar Zone family over at Patreon, okay? And that way you are a patron of mine. How groovy is that? How happy you would make me. Okay, well, I know I'm Robbie Knoll. Robert, I used to be Robert Knoll, wow. Evangelist of the blues. Wow. We won't get into all that right now. But I was a side child, you know, my Burning Man years, I've been side child, and I'm just happy being whoever, you know, I am, whoever you think. I'm just trying to be a good, decent person and do the right things, okay? And do things that do good for others and humanity and teach and learn. And I love the secular humanist thing, but being a skeptic, the whole thing of skepticism is part of my philosophy, along with rational reasoning and seeking truth and being honest. And the big word is critical thinking. And that's what a lot of, when you get over to the Guitar Zone, you subscribe to me, well, it's the critical thinking thing that you'll start to see. And, I'll be teaching about that and talking about critical thinking. Anyways, don't think too much right now. Just go and subscribe to a tier. Yay! Oh, it'd be so great. Yeah! Do it.